Thank you very much for staying with us. So that is a top story that we are focusing on. It is currently developing, and like I mentioned earlier, the LSK chair Isaac Okero has come out really to say that police need to do so much more to really investigate what really went wrong with that killing. All right, so we want to have a conversation here in studio. Joining me right now is Felix Okachi. He is a member of the council for the LSK, or the Ambo, I beg your pardon, Felix Odhiambo, who is a member of the council of the LSK here in Nairobi. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so this an unfortunate death of Ratemo is coming at a time when people are still family, friends, and even colleagues of Willie Kimani are still seeking answers of what really went wrong. First of all, it would be good to just get an update of where we are at with the case.
Thank you, Betty. At the moment, I will not be able to say where the case is. In fact, there is no case.
For Willie Kimani?
Oh, you're talking
yes,
Willie Kimani.
Willie Kimani, yeah.
Willie Kimani's case is in the hearing stage. In fact, today I was in court and I saw the case was coming up for a hearing. The hearing is ongoing. So it's part hard. Some of the witnesses have testified. They still have many more to testify. So perhaps it could be done perhaps in about a year or so. A year? Perhaps. Yeah.
So it could even take longer than that.
It could take longer. I know, courts have this problem of backlog. So we could just give an estimation in terms of the timelines when it might be expected to conclude.
All right.
Yes.
Let's now come back to this latest unfortunate incident of another lawyer having, been killed, and the police are saying that they're conducting investigations. And one of the things that has come out already is that he was shot and not strangled, like was in the media. Where are we at, and what does LSK stand in this particular issue?
Thank you. Let me begin by taking this opportunity to convey my condolences to the family of the slain colleague. It must be a most traumatizing moment for them. What we have at the moment is just the statement from the media and perhaps what has been attributed to the DCIO, Mr. Peter Ndubi of Embakasi. The position of the society has been given by the President, Mr. Isaac Okero, who has condemned the killing. And I think from where we stand, what we can, the least we can ask the police is to conduct thorough and speedy investigations. And it's most unfortunate that I was saying that part of what has been attributed to Mr. Ndubi, the DCIO, is that he is saying that the person might have been killed, the person was most likely killed elsewhere and then dumped there. I think that is neither here nor there. That is the responsibility of his office to investigate. It is not for him to begin speculating like every other member of the public. And in any case, the moment he begins to take that kind of view, then he becomes prejudiced. Then he begins to lock his mind, the police's mind, from investigating certain angles. We want them to open rather approach the investigations with very open mind and be able to not have prejudices as they conduct this investigation.
All right. We've had before, lawyers, getting into trouble because of handling certain cases, and that, is also rumored to have been the reason why Willie Kimani also lost his life. What is the stand of, LSK on this in regards to protecting their own?
Two things. One is that for this particular, Mr. Jared Ratemo's death, at the moment, I would not want to speculate. The police are still involved with the investigations. All we can ask for is for them to conduct thorough, speedy investigations and bring the perpetrators to book without beginning to be seen to be sort of avoiding to pursue certain angles in the course of the investigation. It has been in the media reports have it that perhaps the death of this colleague might have been caused by the nature of the cases he was handling, that he was involved with certain investigations. At the moment, that is for me it's largely speculative, but it is an angle that we must impress upon the police to pursue. The police have the capacity, the means to really be able to tell us what happened between 7 a.m. when he bid goodbye to his wife and the next time I mean, they have the capacity. So that is and a good starting point, as the media has pointed out, is what was this case, or what were these cases that he came to Nairobi to investigate about? That could give us an idea and could help us with unraveling the motive behind this death. But do you feel targeted, Felix? Because also remember last month we were talking about another death of Ronald, yes. Lubia. Do you feel targeted, when you're doing your trade? It is very obvious that the nature of our practice sometimes puts you at crosshairs with a number of people. It could be the state, agents of the state, it could be private citizens, and so on and so forth. And then what then that means is, I think it should be not just so much about lawyers, but it's the bigger question of security, safety of citizens in this country. Because even as we pursue the safety of lawyers, we must realize that every trade has got risks, inherent risks in their own unique ways. And therefore what we need to begin to address our minds to in a bigger way is, what is the safety of every citizen as they undertake whatever thing they are lawful activity that they undertake every single day in their life, so that we don't end up with a situation where one segment clamors for protection of its members. So we need to address it in a much more holistic manner, and then we address safety concerns for every citizen of this country. All right. So now going back to Ratemo, what next? Is the Law Society of Kenya, giving police, a certain period when they say we need answers, we need to know what exactly happened, or will this also take a turn where a lot of investigations takes a lot of time, and by the time also police have something, the public has even moved on from this unfortunate case? I wouldn't want to speak for the national office, LSK national office, but my own view is that the police needs to give members of the public, and even especially the family of this slain colleague, clear timelines. Like, for how long would the investigations last? Is it an open-ended investigation? Yes. That kind of thing, so that we would be much more certain that perhaps around what time could we have people, suspects appearing in court and things like that. So yes, I would believe that the police need to give very clear timelines, and I would very much expect the national office of the Law Society to really be on this case, so that the police can really keep timelines, give and keep those timelines. All right. Yes. Thank you very, very much, Felix Odhiambo there, speaking to us in regards to this latest killing of another lawyer, Ratemo, and we'll be, of course, following up on that story here. He is a member of the council of a council member of the Nairobi Law Society of Kenya. Thank you very much for joining us. All right, so we'll take a break right now here on the show. We're coming back in a few minutes to continue with our coverage of other developing stories. We'll also be having a conversation to do with security. Felix there mentioned that some of these issues really go down to the security and the safety of each individual. So we'll be having a conversation to do with security and the number of policemen that we've also lost in the last couple of days in different operations across the country, in Baringo and also in Lamu County. We'll be having that conversation here in studio with a number of analysts. So don't go away, we'll be right back.